how are you feeling going to the tournament?
Excited. This is the time of year now you get to March where this is what you work for. This is what our players have gotten up at 6 a.m. for, and went through those summer workouts or early fall. It's why you stay in the gym after practice on your own, because there's a reason it's March Madness. You have to have a sense of urgency, and so I think but it's also fun. It's a really fun time of the year for everybody in college basketball.
So you guys are facing Iowa first. What's going to be the one thing that you guys need to do to claim that first win?
Well, win the first quarter. Win the first half, and you can't get ahead of yourself in a postseason tournament. Iowa just beat us 2 weeks ago, so there's some residue from that game. We got to make sure we just come ready to play. They're kind of like us when you're playing somebody in this round. You're playing somebody that's had a pretty similar season, so a lot of similarities between the two programs and two teams this year. So should be a great game.
And Ashley Derry and Nia Coffey, they both gotten some pretty big awards in the past couple of days. What is your thoughts about them? Their success in this program.
Well, I think the bigger thing that they're probably, if you asked them, that they're really proud of was getting to the NCAA tournament, as sophomores, and trying to replicate that, as seniors. So, what's great about both of them, they don't really care about individual awards. They've had 4 straight winning seasons here now, so that's something that's very rare at Northwestern. And I think that'll be their focus is trying to win.
Coach, you had a tough February. What were some of the things that you think your team struggled with here in the past month?
I thought it was an easy February. I don't remember getting stuck in the snow. I don't remember, my ice freezing in my driveway like a couple of Februaries. So I've enjoyed it actually. But on the serious side, we've really, we've had to reschedule games. We've had tough travel schedules. We've asked a lot out of our team, and they've responded. I feel like it's all a learning process going into March.
Some struggles offensively, issues, getting the ball in the basket. How do you rectify those? How do you make sure that those don't resurface this week?
Well, I felt like against Purdue, especially in the second half, we got really good shots. Offensively, I thought we played pretty well, and we haven't turned the ball over. And I think that's going to be a big thing in any conference tournament, taking care of the basketball, getting good shots, and trying to get healthy people on the floor who are really capable of making those shots.
How lots of injuries? How much does that hurt? Getting in an offensive rhythm.
Yeah, I think it's like anything else. Basketball is, especially if you're an offensive player, and you're a great shooter, there's a rhythm to it, there's a timing to it. And, it's hard to jump right in if you haven't practiced or you haven't played in a while. But, I think this time of year now, you can't worry about those things. It's win or go home. So, I think you have to have a sense of urgency on Thursday, and I think we will.
And building on that, having to go deeper into your bench, how much does fatigue become an issue?
Well, we've been fortunate because of some of the injuries. It's also given other players a chance to step up and get big minutes. So I think Abby Scheid and Palace have Oshie, Vol, had great opportunities now, and obviously Amber Jamison has had a great Big Ten season. Along with the people that you expected going into the year, Ashley and Nia, Kristen Emmons. So I think I think that helps you when people have gotten a chance to play, and then they're in this environment, that they're not going to freak out.
It's been a difficult, emotional season, a lot going on. How do you kind of want to go out as this week coming up and the season starting to approach its end?
Yeah, we've had to deal with a lot of obviously as a team and as a program, with a lot of adversity, and I think, basketball, being able to play now, play in the postseason, I think it's given our players a chance to really, just be united and focus, and I think more importantly, have fun, keep it in perspective, and go out and play. Last year in this tournament, we had a lot of fun. We got to the semifinals, won 3 games in a row, played 4 games. So I hope, one of our goals is just to go out and take what we did last year in the tournament, replicate it from attitude, mentality, and just play. Just play. There's no, that's the most important thing we can do. Just go play and have fun.
Coach, some impressive conference awards yesterday from McKeown and Ashley. Can you put into words just how important they are to this team?
Yeah, I mean they've had, again, as I mentioned before, the individual awards. I think they're humble enough that they don't get caught up in that. Don't worry about that, and it's a byproduct of the success that we've had as a program, where we're 19 and 10. I think they've averaged almost 20 wins a year since they've been here, no matter what. So what they've done is established a consistency in winning, not just in the Big Ten, but nationwide at some of the teams that they've beaten throughout their career. And so their impact you're going to feel, a long time from now too, and not just the individual records.
You guys have been in the semifinals now 2 years in a row in this tournament. So what does that do for your confidence going into this year?
Yeah, I think it's something that we'll focus on. That we've had a lot of success the last 2 years in the tournament, and I think playing a lot of games. We had to reschedule games and play, 4 games in maybe 7 or 8 days. So playing back-to-back games, if you're fortunate enough to win. I think maybe that's helped us a little bit this year, and I know last year it didn't bother us, and it was kind of fun because, coaches want to practice, players want to play, so I think they'd rather just go out there and play.
One last question, Coach. What type of player is Inman, and what role has she played being on this team?
Well, I think she's a really steady, quiet leader. She tries to do everything right. Is a perfectionist a little bit, and had she not had to fight through some injuries, going into the NCAA tournament of her sophomore year, she's a great player. Like, she was one of the top high school players in the country when she chose Northwestern. That was a big thing for us. But I think also she's a real high character, and I think she gives us, when she's on the floor, it kind of calms people down. So when she's not on the floor, it hurts us because she's a huge piece of who we are.